old Mackerel Gaming, back again.
Got a weird one for you this week.
Because this is, I think I keep on going on about the perils of buying via places like CEX Online, via Facebook Marketplace. We had a fun one last week where I just bought a load of empty boxes because basically I was sort of forced to just give the money over and not check them. You can also have bad experiences on Vinted. So I'll talk you through what happened with me recently. I bought a load of games via Vinted. When they arrived, I think 2 of the discs were incredibly badly scratched and had like disc rot on and things like that. I obviously contacted the seller and said like, hi, you know, you listed these as in great condition. 2 of them are unplayable. What can we do about it? And I said,
oh, you'll have to send them all back.
So I said, that's fine. You know, I prefer to keep everything bar those 2 discs and work out some sort of financial thing between us. And I said,
no. Yeah, no, send them all back.
So I thought, yep, okay, if that's the way you want to play it, we'll do that. So with Vinted, what happens is you basically put that something's gone wrong. Vinted then get in touch with the seller. The seller asks you to refund the items. You click a button, it prints a label out. You stick the label on the box. You send it back. Mine was done via something called, was it InPost? I think it's called. I'd never used it before I started using Vinted. It's basically like lockers that you normally find like outside of a Morrison's or something like that. And you just input a code in, put your box in, jobs are good. Anyway, with this one, I had to print a label out, which, you know, luckily I've got a printer. I printed the label out, put it on the box, open the InPost thing, put it inside there. As far as I'm concerned, everything's good. Then the seller got in touch with me a few days later to say,
hello, this has been delivered to an InPost box. I don't accept that. It has to come to my house. I don't live anywhere near the InPost boxes, blah, 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 blah.
Which said, well, this was your decision. You told me which way to do it. I didn't tell you. You know, I just literally, you give me the option, I go click, done. It sends it back to you. And they said,
well, you know, I'm not accepting it unless it comes to my house. I'm not giving you a refund.
I said, well, how far away from you is it? And it was something like 5.7 miles. And they said,
oh, well, I don't drive. I don't go on buses. I refuse to take a taxi. I don't know anybody that could give me a lift to this destination. You're not getting a refund.
So I got in touch with Vinted. Vinted, reading between the lines, just went, what a silly this person's an absolute idiot. No, yeah, that's the option they gave you. Don't worry about it. You've done nothing wrong. If they don't collect the games, basically we just give you a refund. I can't remember how long it is. I think it's something like 14 days they give them to collect the blooming games. So anyway, the period of time goes by. They didn't collect the games. I get my refund. Brilliant. Everybody's happy. Apart from the seller who starts sending me horrible messages going, I have not accepted a refund. Nothing to do with me, mate. I've got my money back. It's your problem for trying to sell dodgy games on Vinted. But then something weird happened, because this was maybe a week ago that all that kicked off. And I'd forgotten about it. I just thought, yeah, whatever. You know, I'd already blocked the seller because they were giving me abuse on there. Then this happens. All of the games arrive back in the post. So what I didn't realise was, this is a good one for any dodgy sellers trying to watch this. If you sell pants games and they get refunded, and you try and con the refund procedure by saying, oh, no, I haven't received it, or I'm not going to go and pick them up from your InPost locker or a shop or wherever it is that you've asked them to be sent to, not only does the buyer get their money back, but they also get all the products back. So 2 of these, Sims 3, it's like the original Sims 3 game, and a load of the expansion packs. 2 of those, I can't remember which ones, are damaged. Oh, there's Sims 4 in there as well. 2 of them are damaged. So, yeah, they're worth nothing, those 2 are. The rest of them are fine. So, I'm going to sell them on. Thanks very much, which is what I was planning to do anyway. And the best bit is, a little bit of a sneaky tip. I forget what it's called now. I think it might be like EA Play or something like that. It used to have a different name. You just go on EA Play, look on the manual on this. It's got a little code on it. You put the code in, and it automatically downloads the game for you. You don't even need the blooming discs. So if I wanted to, I could have The Sims 3 And all the DLC packs that are on there, I think they're mainly worth like £1 anyway. I could have all the DLC packs and sell these on, bar the 2 damaged ones, make a little bit of a profit. So that's what I'm hoping to do. So, or, I don't know. Is there anybody that watches my channel that wants them? I might hold on to them for a month or so, and if anybody wants them, just put it in the comments and tell me why I should send them to you, and we'll work something out. So, yeah, scammers beware. You don't always win. Next, we've only got a few pickups this week. I'm not strapped for cash or anything. It's just that the shops have been really poo lately. The prices aren't great, and like Vinted, the prices haven't been great, so not managed to get many bargains. We'll go with the first one. I rarely buy PS1 games, and to be honest, I bought this just because it was £1, and I thought it might be worth more than £1. I don't know. Probably won't even sell it just because I've never seen it before. It's called Rayman Rush. So I think it's like one, you know, the running games where you just run in a straight line and jump over things, a bit like Pepsi Man, if you remember that. I think it's a bit like that. Never seen it before. Rayman Rush. It's a PAL game. So, yeah, it cost me like £1. Hoping it's worth more than that. So, do I keep it in the collection? I don't know. Has anybody played it? Has anybody even heard of it? Because, like, I was a teenager when the PS1 came out. And, like, I was a geek for that stuff. I've never even heard of that. So, if you've got that or you've played it, just let me know. Because, I don't know. Next one. A stack of PS3 games. So I've actually got a PS3 Slim as well. I'm going to do a console special from when I bought bundles and show you what I've bought recently. But it came with a stack of games. The PS3 cost me, I think it was £35. Come with all these gubbins. So we'll show you what we've got. We've got Prototype, which sounds like a good game. The disc is absolutely battered. Absolutely battered. In fact, holding that up to the lens, I can see through it. I can see through the disc. It's that badly scratched. So yeah, not good. Pretty much got a spare case. That's something. Next one, Skate 3, which I was quite chuffed to have. I've got it on the 360, but I'm chuffed to have it on the PS3. Same thing again. The disc is beyond knackered. You can't play that. I've tried putting it in. It won't even read it. But again, at least I've got a case. That's something. When I checked those first two, my heart sank. I thought, God, does the PS3 Super Slim work? You know, have I been completely and utterly conned here? The Super Slim does work, and thankfully, those were the only 2 bad games in the stack. So I don't know what they've done with them. Although I wish it had been this game, FIFA 14. I'll never play it. Again, FIFA, why do you release a new game every year? I know you're like, what was it, EAFC or something now, aren't you? Just stop it. There's no point. That's probably as good as the EAFC 24 or whatever it's called. It's 10 years difference, and I bet you nothing has changed. Yeah, FIFA 14. So worth nothing. This one, obviously, you can only get this on the PS3, so quite chuffed to have it. I did have it back in the day, so it's lovely to have it again. Gran Turismo 5. I do have the Steelbook Gran Turismo 6, but it's nice to have GT5. I think they did another one called like Gran Turismo 5 Prologue, I think. I can't quite remember, but yeah, nice to have that one. Next PS3 game, we have Little Big Planet 2, which I've got Little Big Planet. I've got Little Big Planet 3 on the PS4. Nice to have number 2, because this was my favourite one. You could like literally make your own games with this, which I've got a game for the PS4 called Dreams, where you can do the same thing, but that's a lot more in depth. You can make really, really good games. This, you can make basic little games. So you can make your own version of Pong, or like a kart racer. You could do all sorts of stuff like that. It's really, really in depth when you get into it. So definitely keeping that. Definitely gonna have a bit of fun on that one. Yeah, lovely to have. Little Big Planet 2. I was in a shop and a little kid wanted to buy Little Big Planet 2, and the guy behind the counter was telling the kid that it's childish. Like, a child? And I was going, it's childish, you don't want that. He is a child, he doesn't want that, and not only that, it's really good. It teaches you about, like, programming. It teaches you about, like, I don't know, how to make a game. It's great. It teaches you, like, oh, if you push this, this will happen. And, oh, if you swing out here, this will happen on that end. It's fantastic. Stop telling kids to not learn about things. Blimmin' heck. I've got a feeling he's just an idiot. He's like, it's not Dark Souls. This game, I go on my own little... I get on a rant every now and then, don't I? I get on a soapbox and I'm like, I wish everybody was lovely, like I am, saying that people are horrible. That's what lovely people do. Next game, I have it on the Xbox 360. Never played it. I've heard the mechanics are really, really weird. It's nothing like the other series. Apparently, your main guy's in a coma and he can swap from car to car just by using his brain because he's in a bed somewhere and he can swap to different drivers. The rumour behind that is that they literally couldn't be bothered to animate people getting in and out of cars like GTA, so they just did it that way. Is Driver San Francisco. Now this one's a different one. It's a special edition with 2 bonuses: a legendary car in multiplayer, which is probably dead now, probably doesn't exist. The Aston Martin DB5 1963. I don't know anything about cars. It could be good, could not. It says a challenge in single player. Taxi. So is that like Crazy Taxi? I don't know. But, I don't even know if it's on there. I don't know if it's like DLC for the PS3 or something. But yeah, don't have it. Nice for the collection. That's the one. This, I am so chuffed I got it. So chuffed I got it. I had it for the PS2, which again is long gone now, sadly. I've got it. Well, I mistakenly thought I'd got it for the PS Vita, because I bought it for the PS Vita, then found out that you literally only get half the game, so CEX conned me back then as well. When I went back in, I went, oh, it does say no DLC. It's like, yeah, but on the front, it's got 2 games. It doesn't say one is download only. So got it for the PS3. They are both on the disc. It's Final Fantasy X and X2 remastered. So very, very happy to have that one. Love the Final Fantasy series. I started getting a bit weird around Final Fantasy 13. Didn't really like the gameplay there, but the earlier ones from like 6, I think was the first one that I really liked, but that was retrospectively, because obviously it's 7 that everybody got into. So yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8, 9, the best. Yeah, 10. 10 was next gen Final Fantasy. What the hell? Again, that was back in the days of the PlayStation, because it came out on the PS2. And people were losing their mind over how good it was. So really, really chuffed to have that. Really, really good. That is definitely going in the collection. I will never, ever be selling that. This I'm not into like the anime and that sort of stuff, but I think they do hold their value. I don't know. Let me know if anybody owns these or if anybody's interested in these. Are they good? I don't know. This is Dragon Ball Raging Blast, and then a load of Japanese letters, which I'm guessing says Dragon Ball Raging Blast in Japanese. Don't know. It looks like a sort of fighting game, is it? But like a cel-shaded fighting game. I've never seen any Dragon Ball. Don't know what it's about. Couldn't tell you if this is good or bad, or if the show's good or bad. But again, all of these, the entire lot come for like 30 quid, I think it was, with the console. Might have been 40 quid. I'm hoping that's worth at least like £1 or 2. And I'm going to keep it because I don't have it. This one, I'm sure I've got it on the Xbox 360. But again, never played it. It's never been something that's tickled me pickle. I hope. God, is that a safe phrase to use on YouTube? Is tickle my pickle? Can you get away with that? Probably. There's no swear words in that, I'm all right. So I'm hoping with people talking about that one, there'll be a few people that know about this one. And again, I've got a few of these, this series, for the Xbox 360. This is Naruto Shippuden, probably not pronounced that correctly, Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 Full Burst, which again, going back to one of my earlier videos, sounds like one of those Amazon descriptions for something cheap you get from China. Mega joy, big fun, special laugh, whooping cough, family 7. It sounds like one of the, like, I just want a tent, mate, that's all I want. Is that a tent? Yeah, so Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 Full Burst, which again, I don't even know if that's how it's meant to be, because all the writing is all bunched up. I'm guessing that's... Oh, it's got it written on the side. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 Full Burst. I've said that 3 or 4 times now, haven't I? So I think that means I'm now cursed. Is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. Don't even know what sort of a game it is. It just says it's got 38 DLC costumes included. And one of them appears to be a schoolgirl. So it's one of those sort of games. Gotcha. Right. Oh dear. I'm on a list now. This one, I've wanted since I had a PS3 back in the day, and I think it was a launch game for the PS3. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm usually am wrong. I think it was a launch game. From what I've been told, it's very much like the original God of War games. I just remember seeing it on all the magazines and I couldn't afford it back in the day. And then it just became sort of like trash, so nobody was even selling copies of it. Again, lost all my PS3, PS2 collection, everything. So finally started collecting again recently. So glad to have this in the pack. Again, it's probably worth like 10 pence. I don't care. I've always wanted it. Heavenly Sword, and it is the platinum version, but I don't care again. I'm just really, really glad to get it. I don't know if it's any good or not. Again, I've seen a bit of gameplay. It does look very God of War-ish. Hopefully it's not complete trash, because I know some of the games that came out when the PS3 launched weren't great. There was one about a dragon. I can't remember. You were flying a dragon, and it had the motion control, and apparently it was awful. Can't remember the title of it. I'm sure it'll pop up in one of my job lots one of these days. But yeah, glad to have that, the PS3. We'll finish on some PS4 games. Pretty much, yeah, two of these are bangers. We'll start off with a banger. We'll end with a banger. And we've got two in the middle that I know nothing about. So again, help me out in the comments. Let me know if they're worth having or not. Here we go. So, first one is the Final Fantasy VII Remake. What have I just said about Final Fantasy? Love the entire series. Couldn't get into this one because it came free on the PlayStation Network thing. What's it called? Like their version of Game Pass. It came free on that, and I remember I downloaded it, tried to play it. It was all different. It's not turn-based anymore. It's like you've got to fight in real time, and I didn't really know what to do. I'm going to give it another crack because I do love the series, and I have been told it's one of the best games ever. They said it's better than the original Final Fantasy VII. I find that hard to believe, but even if it's a bit poop, it's staying in my collection now because I don't have that PlayStation Network thing anymore. I stopped paying it because I was just getting terrible games. So yeah, happy to have that. It's going straight in the collection. This one, I have no idea what the hell this is. I don't even know. Is this an official game? Because it looks like someone's made this in their bedroom. Like the front cover, the graphics on the back, all looks terrible. It also looks like something that's going to be far too difficult for me to ever play. It looks like it's going to be non-stop action, and I'm nearly 43. I can't do anything too fast. It's why I like football management games, and I don't even like football. It is called, what was it? Helmut. Helmut? Don't know. Looks like very pixel graphics, like retro-y, but it also, from the back of it, looks like a bullet hell sort of thing. It looks insane. So yeah, picked that up for, what was it, £5 cost me. Don't know if it's any good or not. Soon find out, because I'll try and play it and then probably regret my life decisions. If you've played that, let me know. Let me know what it's about. Now this one, I know that the original one was a launch title for the PS4. I never had it, never played it. Again, whenever the consoles came out, I was literally 2 consoles behind. So when the PS4 came out, I was getting my PS2 and playing on my PS2. So this one is the second in the series. I don't think the first was highly reviewed. I'm guessing this one didn't get good reviews either, even though this one cost me £12. And it's just because I buy games if I don't see them very often. And this is Knack 2. Don't know what it's on about. It just says smash your enemies, buddy up for couch co-op, which is always a bonus for me. I love couch co-op games. They don't really make them anymore. And tackle perilous platforms and puzzles. So I know what sort of a game it is. Platformer, puzzler, my type of game, to be fair. So as long as it's not completely terrible, I just don't want to regret spending £12 on something. So I hope it's all right. Don't know. And the final game, the game I have been after for a long, long time. Oh, I've been after this for such a. I've been after this for so long, and I finally got a copy of it. Ignore what it says on the front, because I didn't pay that. It says £12. I actually paid £5, and I'm really, really chuffed I did. You can tell it's come from CEX originally. I got it from Vinted. It is Nier Automata, which some people in the comments have told me that when I mentioned it in the past, they've told me that it is one of the best games of all time. Now, I understand it's really tricky. I understand it's really hard to play. I'm one of those gamers where, as long as it's a good game, I don't mind dying over and over and over and over. And I might get better at gaming, who knows? As long as it's got a great story and it's engrossing, that'll do for me. Yeah, Nier Automata, so glad to get that finally for the collection. And I might have ordered the last one. What was it? Nier Replicant, I think. I think I paid more for that though. I might have paid, it was 15 quid. So I'm just waiting for that one to arrive. Anyway, yeah, that's my collection. Mainly PS3, PS4, an original PS1 game, and a load of Sims guff, courtesy of a Vinted scammer. I've been Donald Mackerel. This has been Donald Mackerel Gaming. I'll see you again soon. Cheers, everyone.